Today's mug moment is from Matthew chapter 14, verses 28 to 33. Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you by walking on water." "All right, come," Jesus said. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he looked around at the high waves, he was terrified and began to sink. "Save me, Lord," he shouted. Instantly, Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed him. "You don't have much faith," Jesus said. "Why did you doubt me?" And when they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshiped him. "You really are the Son of God," they exclaimed. We all know that person who is the first to say something in a stressful situation. That was Peter. He had just heard Jesus declare that he was God, the great I am. And Peter jumps right in with a comment. Not one that he'd thought through, but a rather brash statement asking to be able to walk on water, just like Jesus. Jesus agrees, and over the side of the boat goes Peter, again, without much thought. He walked on water until he started to look around at the waves and realized that water walking was really not something he knew how to do. He sank, and then he did the best thing possible. He called out to Jesus to save him. We often jump into situations without much thought and find ourselves sinking too. How should we respond? Just like Peter did, by calling out to Jesus. He is the Son of God, and he wants to save us. He can make the storm stop, and he can keep us from sinking. Pray today that Jesus will be with you in the storms that are challenging you, and trust him and worship him for who he is, the Son of God.